ChatGPT just launched its OpenAI browser, and it completely changes your online experience, how you search and work in your browser. Now you can do it side by side with ChatGPT. In this video, I'll show you everything you need to know about new GPT Atlas, from setup to smart features. Let's start. The journey starts on gpt.com Atlas page. Right now, it's available just for Mac users, but versions for Windows and mobile devices are on the way. During installation, you can import your bookmarks, passwords, and browser history just from your previous browser. You can skip it and then make it later. Next, Atlas asks if you want to turn on browser memory. This is where it gets interesting. If you enable it, the browser starts to learn from your activity, giving smarter suggestions based on your online habits and browser history. But you can launch it later in settings. You can also set this browser as a default now or later and give 7-day limits increase. It especially could be interesting for free plan subscribers. Once you hit download and launch it, Atlas feels familiar like Chrome, until you realize it's your GPT in browser environment. Atlas works on your GPT subscription plan, so no extra payment is needed. As you log in, the first stop should be settings. Use hotkey or click on the profile icon, then settings, and we're interested in data control tab. Improve the model for everyone should be off if you would like to prevent training OpenAI models based on your online activity. Then move to personalization settings, when we can launch browser memory feature as you wish to use all power of GPT Atlas. Here you can see all saved browser memories, and as Atlas, it's your GPT in browser environment. All your GPT personalization settings and memory, which works separately from browser memory, also available for Atlas too. So if you would like to use that, remain all option as it is. In web browsing, you can also see and delete your browser history. Deleting your browser history also clean up related browser memory. So you can also delete history for a specific period of time and clean up some sensitive data like passwords, autofills, site settings. ChatGPT page visibility, it's a list of web pages you disable to prevent GPT read and analyze their content, but I explain about it a bit later. In general settings, you can set Atlas as your default browser and got some day preferences for that. Also, you can manage your tab visibility. What does it mean? Now we have classic tabs. It looks like in any browser, but if we choose scrolling tab, each tab save its ordinary size. You can move between all of your tab using simple scroll. And the next option, multi-factor authentication. I strictly recommend you to launch this option and pass all needed steps to keep your software in safe. If we just move in profile settings, you can manage all your bookmarks and sensitive data like passwords, payment methods, addresses, and even import them from previous browser if you skipped it in login steps. Use incognito mode to prevent Atlas from remembering some of your online activity, not just for browser history, but for GPT as well. The main interface looks like in regular GPT. On the left side, you can see your GPT navigation panel with projects, chats, and custom GPTs. The search bar and address bar has the same tools as in regular GPT, but with few new options. Add tabs option. It allows us to attach for conversation already open tabs. We can attach one tab per time, and it works similar to attaching file or photo to provide more context for your conversation. Using browser memory, we can go back for the previous online activity and find, for example, previous discussions or lost web pages with important information for us. So now nothing can be forgotten. As an example, I've searched iPhones, and then let's ask him about that. As you can see, it searches in browser memory. And what is important, you should define time frame and exact object of search to help him provide you the most relevant answer. In the response, I can see time range I searched these devices and of course sources. Yeah, and tab search. It's very useful feature if you already have great number of open tabs and you need to fastly navigate between them. Choosing this option, you can paste keywords which could be on tab you search. For example, I would like to find Samsung. Yep, and it moves me to this tab. So search bar works for traditional prompt and search engine. You can Ask something GPT, type a question, and Atlas gives you a conversational AI answer. For example, I would like to find something about AI trends for the next year, 2026, and it advises you already searched web pages for a related topic. Also, you can choose start new conversation and regular Google search. Let's try regular conversation. It provides us a list of web pages it uses for research and answer. Yeah, and as usual, GPT response with references to sources, but a bit interesting, a list of web pages like in regular browser, and also can move to Google search. Also, we have tab with related to the topic images and of course with video. Let's go to a level deeper. With Atlas, you can also manage your tabs just with commands. For example, I ask Atlas to close duplicated tabs. I already created them. So great, all duplicated tabs were closed. And also, you can process reordering tabs with a command. For example, so now let's talk about really awesome feature that's your personal AI assistant on each web page. So open any web page and click on Ask GPT. Instantly, the sidebar appears and Atlas understands the full context of the web page without any copy-paste and tab switching. So GPT already proposed you some options like agent mode, about which we'll talk a bit later, then summarize page or like provide some training based on content of this page. But you can ask him to do anything you need as with regular GPT, but which have context of this current web page. You can summarize some articles, provide debates about some topics based on content of the web page, or you can use default GPT tools like deep search, agent mode, study Canva, etc. And also we have a new option like attach a screenshot. It make a screenshot of visible part of web page, like additional context. Yeah, and instead of wasting a lot of time to read some web pages, you can just ask GPT about what you're interested in. Also, you are available to create new chats with this web page context or switch this context to any of already existing chats. In the address bar, you can also disable visibility of this web page for GPT, so GPT Assistant cannot read or analyze content of this web page. For that, you can click on the menu, then GPT visibility, and select it like not allowed. Then, even if you use this tab, for example, like a context, then let's check if it reads the web page. And as we can see, it have no any context about this web page as we disable it for him. Yeah, and as you can notice, our web page, which is the context of this chat, is marked with warning sign, and we have no any proposal from GPT like provide a summary, learn, or use agent mode on this page. But also if you ask him something, he still answer you as it have its own knowledge base and still it has access to the internet and can gain information what you need from there. So, and if you would like to use agent mode on such disabled web page, it will be useless. So now move to the futuristic part, agent mode. It allows GPT to make a real action on your web pages, like check price, make reservation, booking, provide a research when instead of you. This is early stage of that revolution. There are two main modes for agent, logged in and logged out. When you choose logged in, it can not just fill forms, navigate by web pages, but make purchase or booking. And also it can work with your authenticated pages because it operates within your active session. In logged out mode, the agent limited just public pages and can't reach any data that needs your credentials. Also, it never bypass by itself logged in process or two-factor authentication or system level permission, and it only works with what's visible in the browser. So if you disable content of web pages, agent mode can't read and interact with such pages. So for example, I can ask him to add this device to my cart. It reads the content of the page, analyze it, analyze with what it can interact. Yeah, and find necessary page. Yeah, in the side menu, you can see all history of his thoughts, step by step. Yeah, and as you can see, the device was added to my cart. To receive the best result, your prompt should be precise and describe all details, characteristic, to help agent mod provide you the most relevant result. Or I can ask him to make a reservation of some hotel in Croatia. That's today's reservation. I define country, city, my budget, and some special needs like free parking. Also ask him to pay attention for feedbacks. So you always have control by clicking stop or take control and then proceed manually if you see that it do some unexpected actions. Yeah, as you can see, choose parking as I requested him. So it also allows you to make the final actions to finish the reservation, to provide more control for the user of its actions. Yeah, but as you noticed, it's not perfect yet. It's too slow than manual actions, but good for processing something in background. And also, you should use agent mode just for trusted sources, as there is a risk of prompt injection. That's when website or document have hidden text that can rewrite system prompt of your agent and tries to manipulate him, doing unexpected actions in your browser, like redirect, trigger unwanted click, and submissions. ChatGPT Atlas merges the power of AI with the practicality of a browser. It saves time and changes your browsing experience with AI assistants, on which you can rely every time. The direction is clear. This is what the future of internet looks like. The personalized, conversational, and intelligent. Hit the like and subscribe if you want to keep discovering new AI tools.